Ba-dee-dum, ba-dee-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-doo-da. Ba-da-doo-dee-dum, ba-da-doo-dee-dum. Wa-da-da-dee-da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Oh, I love music. Don't you just love music? No matter what kind it is, music is usually generally enjoyable, although I will admit there are some genres and some kinds that are just better to me. Hello, travelers of the internet! Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you are new to the channel, hey, welcome to y'all. My name is JGarter1, and I am your host, guide, and humble bard into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of any newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience here on the YouTube channel. We are back on the world of Gyros, my friends, where we have a lot of work to do, and we need to get as much of it done as we can, as quickly and efficiently as we can. Of course, quick and efficient might be a little bit difficult when we have the conundrum of gradually weakening equipment on our hands. In case you haven't noticed, take a look at my tools. My pickaxe and my shovel, in particular, are very, very low on durability. It's not a good situation. I think they'll last for a little while, but we still have about 2,000 more blocks to go before I intend to set up the end of the line. So I'm going to have to hope that we can find some way to repair my tools while we're working on this project. Otherwise, I may be in for a very unfortunate kathunk. That's kind of the sound that tools make when they break in Minecraft. Kind of a thunk. At least that's how it's always sounded to me, but we'll see what the deal is on that. Actually, I'd rather we didn't see what the deal is, now that I think about it. I should be saying, let's not see what the deal is with that sound. Let's never have to hear that sound on this world. Unless it's a spare tool. If it's a spare tool, fine. If it's not, I'd rather never hear that sound. Once again, I am wishing like crazy that Java Edition was easier to set up ways of restoring tools and building up XP, because if we had better XP farm mechanics, or mechanics that help support XP farms better, I wouldn't have the issue that I have of my tools getting so close to breaking before I could repair them. Hello, Dinos! Glad you could make it, my friend. Glad you could make it to the stream. How are you doing today, my friend? Doing good? I hope so. I hope you're doing good, and I hope the same of everybody else watching both live and after the stream. To all of you, and to everyone, including you, who have been supporting the channel lately, I know I've said it already, but I'm going to say it again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are what are making this channel even be possible. It would not be able to be what it is. In fact, it probably wouldn't be able to be anything if it wasn't for all the support you guys have been showing me. Oh, nice. Well, that sounds like a good project to be working on to be. I gotta try to think of something that I can do for that kind of thing, because we've actually managed to hit that milestone. Operation 1K has succeeded. Which, again, I owe that to all of you guys. You guys have been crushing it with the support, and I couldn't be more grateful. I could not be more grateful. So hey, again, a great big thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. It isn't every day such fortunes come me way. I never thought that the future could be so fun for me. Hey, thank you, Bratto. Well, thank you very much, and welcome to the stream, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you again. Glad to see you again. Always a pleasure to see a returning name. Also a pleasure to see any names in general in the chat, but you know what I mean. Seeing people come back means, hey, you must be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Place the sand, so I've got a way to get back up to this spot here. Hoi! There we go, and yeah, I am going to be in major need of some kind of XP now, because my tools are so near to breaking that it's not even able to be anywhere near classified as funny. You know what I mean? I don't like when that kind of thing happens. When I get low on durability, it makes me really, really nervous. Because it took a lot of work, time, and effort to make these tools. I have not seen it yet, Bratto, but honestly, I'm not really planning on it at this point. What I've been hearing about the movie is a lot of cringe, a lot of meme, and a lot of... yeah, it sounds like a majorly mixed bag at best, and a mess at worst. So I'm not really sure I'm interested anymore. I was starting to get a little curious, but not really feeling it myself. Please tell me that I've got a way to get more cobblestone. Otherwise, this project is going to end up having to be put on hold, and I do not want to have to put it on hold. Smart. Sounds interesting, Dinos. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I've heard the line. I've heard that line from the movie. It by itself wasn't what destroyed it, but yeah, the memes have kinda deteriorated my interest. Not just the memes, though. I'd already been kinda like, okay, nope, not interested. But it is what it is. Oh, I can totally understand that, Dinos. Anybody had done that to me when I went to see it, I'd have been, whoo boy, ticked off. Nope. But that's the problem. Sometimes association with a bad experience moment like that can ruin the experience of a whole thing. Yeah, I was already skeptical if I was going to be at all interested in the movie. Ever since the movie was shown to be live action in the midst of semi-animated, I had become exceptionally skeptical of if the movie was going to be at all quality. And honestly, I've seen nothing to change my mind that it isn't the movie we really wanted. I have seen nothing and heard nothing to change my mind. I did hear about that one, Brado. I did hear about that one. Yeah, I did hear about the Technoblade thing. That's the one and only clip that once I heard it was a thing, I actually went looking for the clip. And I give props to the young actor that suggested, or apparently suggested, hey, have you ever heard of Technoblade? Let's put a reference to him into the movie. They did, and what... I've actually seen what it was, and it was... That's beautiful. That was a beautiful way to pay homage to him. And it in turn brings back to mind the way that Mojang honored him on the splash of the Minecraft launcher on computer as well. Which, I loved what they did to honor him. I never saw any of his content. I meant to now and then because I heard the name a lot. But it was because I was hearing the name so much that I was like, okay, is this just another meme-worthy thing? But no. I ended up hearing about it and I was like, okay. So this guy is really, really good. He's more than worthy of being discussed so much. He is pretty much a legend in this community. But by the time I got into my head to look into him and actually go to see his stuff, I heard that he lost that last battle. Yeah. Yeah. But, again, not really interested in the movie itself. Okay, that's kind of funny, Dinos. That's kind of funny. Funny coincidence, that. But a good kind of funny coincidence. Oh no, look at the one... Oh no, the Wandering Trader guy... Oh no, he didn't. He potioned. Smart trader. Is he smart enough to carry something good? Nope. Nope. Not good enough. Sorry, dude. Alright, I definitely need more cobblestone, and I definitely... Oh, hello, village! Hang on, let's go take a look at this village, see if it's one that I've looted or not. If it's one that I've looted, I'd be surprised, but I also wouldn't be, because I did loot a lot of villages around here. Favorite wild animal, Brado? That, for me, is a tie between foxes and wolves. But if you ask my favorite Minecraft mob, it's the fox. The fox, all the way, is my favorite. Oh yeah, cactus blossoms. Yeah, cacti now have blossoms on top of them now and then. It is a very, very cool little feature. Hey, there's a camel. Alright, I don't think I looted this place, but I could be wrong. Whether I have or not, we're gonna end up sleeping here, because nighttime be coming. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yep, I have. I have a netherite hoe, which that's because it's the best way to cut down leaves. You ever been tree farming and you chop down all the logs and you can't get a new tree to grow there until the leaves are gone? Sometimes you gotta force those leaves to be gone, and the easiest way to do that, smack them with a hoe. Thank you, Brado. Thank you. I just saw that you said that. Thank you very much. I do apologize for the volume spike that likely happened when I did that, but couldn't be helped. Hey, what do we got in here? We got apples, bread, and a couple iron swords. And yes, I saw the golden horse armor. I don't care about golden horse armor. Ugh. Oh wow, look at that. Look at the cobble road way over there on the horizon. Thing is, even once we put in the sides, that long cobble road is not the end of it. We've still got a lot more work to do for that. Yeah, I mean, they've got the savannah. You'd think they'd add a few more animals by now. I guess for now they've decided to leave that to the community and the add-on people. Don't they still do a mob vote? Oh, that'd be kind of cool. An elephant protecting a village. That'd be kind of cool. Imagine that you go to put a saddle or saddle-like thing on it, and it gets one of those big, like, curtained things that they have on their backs and in those Indian, like India and stuff, those places. I went blank on how to say it, and I don't know what they're called. Yeah, it's kind of funny, dinos. Wait, so the community is making a Minecraft movie that is fully animated and the community gets to vote on what's part of it? Dude, cool. Good on the community. See, that's part of what I like about gaming communities. We generally end up having a lot of people in the gaming community that are passionate enough about a game that if there's a movie and it's a flop, or even if there isn't a movie that ends up flopping, the community ends up finding a way to make something out of the thing that they enjoy. I can't tell you how many animations I've seen of different games and such that ended up being really, really good. Yeah. Putting some time into making something like that is definitely a good idea, because you want to have quality. I mean, it's not as if we don't already have stuff that has already been made to keep us entertained, right? I mean, take a look over at that Squared Media channel here on YouTube. Those guys do some incredible animations. You go back and look at what they had before the name change, and even at what they're doing since the name change, the quality of animations that they do is above and beyond what I would have expected out of just about anybody. That wasn't like a big name studio. So my hat goes off to them for some of their animations. Like the Animation Life series, and the series that spawned off from that. Steve and Alex. That stuff is just awesome. Hey, Scout! Glad you can make it, my friend. Glad you can make it. What animal do I think they should add to Minecraft? What animal do I think they should add to Minecraft? An animal that I think should be added to Minecraft. That's honestly a tough question. It's hard to picture what any kind of animal being added to the game might be like. But yeah, I honestly don't know. I mean, maybe a duck? For some reason, that's one of the first things that pops into my mind. It'd be easy enough to make. And it'd be nice to have just a different sound apart from chickens from our birdly friends, you know? Oh, okay, Scout. Well, thank you. Sounds like you're wanting some, like, seagulls, dinos. Seagulls, or blue jays, or something. Robins, maybe? Hey, Leo! Welcome, 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 my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the rules, Leo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, dinos, you have a good rest of your night. Hey, I noticed people saying something about a second Mario movie. First Mario movie compared to the second one? They haven't done a second one yet, have they? No. No, I'd have heard about it. Oh, you're talking about the one that shall never be discussed, as I think of it. Leo just posts the rules. Some of the members of the channel, some of the people that watch the channel a lot, just post the rules so that any newcomers know what they are, Prado. Yeah, I've heard about the Mario movie that was done a while back that was not animated. All I can say is no. Just no. What little I've glimpsed, and it is very little that I have glimpsed, but still, what little I've glimpsed, I can tell you that is not a Mario movie. That is a facsimile thereof. Interesting ideas, sure, probably, but yeah, no. Honestly, I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and watch the entire Mario movie yet, but the Super Mario Bros. Movie that we've got now, the animated one, I'd say it did pretty good. I'd say they did really good with that one. It pays very good respect to the source material, I feel like. I do think what I've seen of how his character acts, I'm not entirely pleased with how Donkey Kong was portrayed. But that could just be because I have certain ideas of how he would act. But aside from that, I think they did really good with the movie. And I'm honestly looking forward to seeing what they do with the next one. Because I know Yoshi's going to be more involved in that one because, well, I've seen what came after the credits. I know what came up on the screen after the credits, and it's no secret that Yoshi is a big deal with the Mario universe. So you know it's probably going to get involved. My question becomes, are we ever going to see the Koopalings or Bowser Jr.? How are they going to get handled when the time comes? Or if it ever does? You know? I just wonder. What are they going to do with that? Are they even going to do anything with Junior or the Koopalings? I'd be surprised if they didn't. I would be very surprised if they didn't do something with Junior or the Koopalings at some point. Yeah. Hey, this is a gaming channel. We can talk about Mario stuff because, hey, it involves gaming. So come on, you know? But again, I do like what they did with that one. And I feel it's okay to talk about this now because it's been a while since the announcement. If you haven't heard, or if you've heard but you've been skeptical if it was true, it is true. Nintendo officially announced it. They are working with someone, we don't know who yet, but they're working on the Legend of Zelda movie. Just thought I'd throw that little tidbit of information out there. And I'm not throwing any theories out there. I'm not spitting out something speculative. It's actually confirmed. It's actually being made. We don't know who will be in it. We don't know what the plot will be. But we do know that Nintendo confirmed it is going to be made. Currently, they're looking at sometime in 2027 before it's released. But I'll say this much. I hope, like crazy, as a lifelong Zelda fan, that they do it good. Cutest baby animal. Are we talking in Minecraft? Because that one's a tie between a baby rabbit and a baby fox. Minecraft animals, it's a tie between baby rabbit and a baby fox. If we're talking IRL, I have no freaking clue because I don't really know. I don't really I don't really have an opinion on that particular point either way. Because there's a lot of them out there that are cute when they're small, but may not necessarily be so cute once they're grown up. So I don't really know what one I would pick in that category, in the IRL animals. Not a real one. Not a real one. At least I don't think I have. If I did ever see one, it was a long time ago. Got to work on the Long Cobble Road. I gotta work on that Long Cobble Road. I knew something didn't feel right about this spot over here. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me right now. Don't do this to me right now. I'm kind of on a roll here. Keep it all coming, buddy. I'm on a roll today. Oh, pardon me. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Once again, I apologize. Especially to anybody having to hear that over, like, a headset. I apologize. Ugh. That did not feel good. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Actually, give me that back. I want to put these... I want to expand this a little bit. Alright, let's see. Also, thank you, Brado. Thank you. I only just saw that you said that. Thank you. What the heck? What is wrong with this picture? Why is this irregular? Why is it irregular? What did I do wrong here? Yeah, something messed up here. Alright, now it feels like it's set up right. Hello, chicken! Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing alright today. Hope you're having a good day again. Not much is up, just working on my project. Working on the project of the Long Cobble Road, aka the future Grand Gyros Highway. Well, railway and highway. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a mix. It's gonna have one on top of the other. Hello, Aria. Aria. Or however you say your name. I'm gonna go with Aria unless you say otherwise, but Aria. Okay, PS4 Pro. I personally recommend as a good system for gaming. However, based on my current experience with Minecraft on PlayStation 4, I am hesitant to recommend right now because I've been seeing a lot of lag and bugs with it lately. I don't know if it's just a general Minecraft Bedrock Edition thing that because I play it so much on my PlayStation, that's where I'm seeing it, or what have you, but I would say it's a good system, if you can find it for a good price. If you can find it at a good price, I'd say it's a good investment for a game system, but I don't know. I don't really know for sure if I can recommend it for Minecraft specifically. You know what I mean? Well, I'll go ahead and let you know that it is a PS4 Pro. I generally use a PS4 Pro for my streaming. And as you can see, it is pretty smooth most of the time, but lately there have been a few lag things and bug issues, but again, that could just be things that have been in Bedrock Edition itself. But yeah, I do recommend it as a system. As a system, I would recommend it. I wish I had a faster way to get through all this stinking sand. This is the downside of having to build in the desert. You have to deal with all the sand everywhere. It's like Skywalker says. It's coarse, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. But then that guy was also like, I don't know. I had something I was gonna say, but that just fell apart in my mind. Anyway, back on track, back on topic, back to business. One thing I do definitely recommend considering before getting any kind of system for Minecraft is this system still being updated? Is it still supported? Because if it is, great. That makes it all the better of an option. That makes it an even better option! Oh my gosh, I could not see what I was falling into. I thought I was falling into a massive open cave. Oh my gosh, that scared the... Ugh. That was scary. That was frightening. I seriously thought my day was done in this world. I thought I was gonna have to make the journey all the way back to, all the way back from world spawn. That would have been a long journey without any netherite gear. Does it get less laggy when you aren't live streaming? I'll be honest, I'm not too sure. Most of the time when I'm not live streaming on this world, because this is pretty much the only world I play on PlayStation right now, I'm generally doing tasks that are, like, going to make the game just sit there. Like, one of the main tasks I will have the game up to do off the stream is go to my skeleton grinder and grind for XP. Which, if you've been anywhere near a mob spawner or a mob farm that's active for a while and piles up the mobs, oh, that is a recipe for lag in and of itself. But it is a necessary evil in that moment, so... Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if it gets less laggy when I'm not live streaming. I'm sure streaming doesn't help keep lag from happening. I mean, that is something that ends up putting you on some form of connection with online, but who knows? Not me. I don't know for sure. Alright, let's see here. It's a good thing I remembered I had more cobble in my ender chest. Gotta run back to the nearest chest that I've placed. It's a regular chest. And put away the sand. That's something that's going to make things interesting. We're going to have a whole bunch of sand ready and waiting for us to take it home when we're done with this project. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not a bad thing. That sand can be put to some very good use. Sand, dirt, gravel, tree stuff, like logs. We can use that stuff for a lot. There's all kind of possible projects. Excuse me, all kinds of possible projects that we could use those things for. Dirt we can easily use to terraform an area. Wood, there's always a need for more wood when you're playing Minecraft. One way or another. You're gonna need as much of it as you can get a hold of. And then sand, good for terraforming, good for making a beach if you want to, or making a miniature desert that actually gets rain in another biome, if you're of the mind to do that. It's just, that's actually something that just popped into my head as something you can do with sand. But then you've also got, hey, sand can be made into glass. Glass is good for all kinds of projects that need windows, or if you're going to make a greenhouse, you gotta have the sand to make the glass to make the greenhouse, you know? All kinds of good reasons to have those materials. All kinds of good reasons. This is going to be a long project still. We've still got 2,000 blocks to cross in distance before we reach the area where I left my animals before. They are the main reason that we started this project, started the Long Cobble Road. The need to get rails out here to acquire my animals, to pick up the warm biome animals we found and tamed. I really don't like it when the game decides to lag up like this. I don't. I wish I knew a way to make that not happen anymore, but sadly, I don't. Alright, back the other way. Oh, great! This is gonna send me through a swamp. I am so tempted right now to burn it. That's a sad thing for me to say, but I am very tempted to burn the swamp that's ahead of us on the road, on the road's path. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. This stuff. Excellent. And there we are. Right at the swamp. So, yep. Oh, this mangrove swamp is going to be in my way. On one hand, I could easily burn it down. On the other, do I want to risk wasting a whole bunch of resources in the process? Resources that I might one day need. Nope, don't want to waste them. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to chop down the mangrove swamp to get it out of my way. I'm going to have to carve a path through it and hope that I carve enough that it opens the way. Or, I go with plan B. Fireball! Burn it down. Again, don't really want to go that route, but if it ends up being simpler, which it probably would, and it would clear a lot more of the leaves in one fell swoop. So it might be what I end up doing. Da 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 da. Alright. Need a restock of cobblestone. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me right now. Why does it keep doing this? My tools are very close to breaking. That is making me very, very nervous. Yeah. I think I'm gonna bring the stream to a close right here. I would love to keep going. I'd love to make a whole bunch more progress, but I need to march my guy back to base, get him to the skeleton grinder, and get my tools repaired. That's going to take some time, and I'd rather you guys not have to sit here through that part. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and next session we will try to get some more progress on the Long Cobble Road and the future Grand Gyros Highway. Hopefully it won't be too much longer before we are able to start laying down tracks and start using minecarts to get our animals that we left here in the desert moved all the way back to home and get the ice highway installed. But until next time, everybody, I'm going to say thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications by smacking the bell so that you don't miss the next stream. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly. And, of course, please make sure to share the channel with your friends. We have finally achieved Operation 1K. Shall we begin Operation 2K? Anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching. I am JGardo1, your guide, bard, and humble host into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I'll see you all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!